Well, hello out there, everyone. This is Lance at Ledbetter RC Air Force. This is a new channel. We just started this a few days ago. And we have one video out there. It was just a test video. It was my good friend Charles flying his bobber for the first time, maiden flight. Anyway, it was just kind of a test video just to see how things go. But anyway, just to tell you a little bit about our channel. I've been involved in RC airplanes since the 1970s, late 70s. Just a great fan of this hobby. Met some great people along the way. A lot of good friends that just aren't with us anymore, and we sure do miss them. But that's life, and we all move on. But anyway, we're going to be showing a lot of videos, flying videos at the club I fly at 90% of the time, which is Lauderdale Air Park. Great group of guys, small club, but just really good guys out there. Which that leads us to where we are today. I was having a lot of issues at that club with a different brand of radio. Several other guys were having some issues as well. Not bashing that radio or that system by any means. They've been around a long time, and it's a great system. I just had some issues. I was losing planes, and it just seemed to be at that field. Flying at other fields, no problems. But that it is an active airport, so it could involve some of the avionics and stuff that they have going on. But anyway, I got to looking for something different. A good friend of mine suggested FrSky, and got to doing a bunch of research on it, and it looked good. The price points are really great on the products. So I ordered this FrSky x20s, and had it for a couple of months. Been tinkering with it, learning the system. It's different, but it's been great. Anything you can think of that you want these planes to do, is you can pretty much make this thing and do it. But anyway, with that being said, the reason we're here today is there is an elevator to flap mix that's in this system that you can adjust your elevator and flap trim on the fly. It involves using these knobs, which I'm not a big fan of the knobs, never have been. I always like using my regular elevator trim for that purpose. And I kind of found this by accident, and so let's get on with the reason that we're here. And I will show you how I do it, and actually seems to be easier to me than using the mix. But what you're going to want to do is you'll go in here to the little airplane at the bottom, and you'll see right here is the trims. Click on that, and you'll have trim rudder, and you'll see this right here. It says independent trim per flight mode. Well, I was looking at that, and I was like, I got an idea what I can do with this. Let's see if we make it work. So the next one down is trim elevator, which is what we're interested in. So if you scroll down, you'll see trim elevator range stop, and you have independent trim per flight mode, and this will be for the elevator. Bear with me a little bit, guys. We're not used to using all this and where y'all can see. But anyway, we're going to turn that on. Okay, now with that on, let's go ahead. We'll get out of trims. We don't need to do anything else in there. All right, so from here, I've got my flaps set up on this switch. All the way away from me is flaps up, then mid-range takeoff flaps, and all the way to me is landing flaps. All right, so with that being said, let's get this set up. We're going to go into flight modes, and in flight modes you will see this little plus sign. Click on that. So we're going to need 3 flight modes to make this work, which is very simple. I'm going to name the first one. I'm just going to go with number 1. Okay, so now I want this flight mode to be with my switch up. So now you see switch position, SA, will have an arrow up. So all you do is just click on the outside here. Now we're done with that one. All right, now we need to go back. We're gonna make another one. And for this, I'm gonna just call it number 2. And when you go to active condition, that's gonna be middle on our switch. Get out of that. All right, now get out. Let's make one more. We'll call that, guess what, number 3. All right, and that our condition is going to be with our flaps all the way down. So it's going to be there, out, and guess what, guys? We're done with this. So now you'll see this is just a test plane that I set up. Okay, so right here I've got my flaps all the way up. Let's just say we're on our maiden flight. Okay, we take off and we're flying. We need elevator trim. Okay, so we trim that up. We're flying good and level. And now we say, okay, well, I want to put my takeoff flaps up on and see how the plane reacts. So we switch it to takeoff flaps. So now you'll notice that our trim went away. Okay, that's because it's holding it in the up position for that flight mode. So okay, it's just say it's pitching around, and we need to make a trim adjustment. Well, we need it this way for that. All right, so we've got her flying level or the way we want it. Okay, we say, well, let's put our flaps all the way down. All right, now we've got another adjustment. So we're gonna go just say we need it this way. So now we're flying good and level. We wanna go back to flaps up. There's our original flight, no flaps. There we are with takeoff flaps. There we are with landing flaps. So now I can switch to a different plane and have this set up in a different plane and still use this. When I come back to this plane, all of these trims are going to be held in those flight modes. Don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about whether you put the knob here back, where it needs to be. You're good to go. I hope this helps. Stay tuned to us. If you like our content, I think we got a subscribe button. But anyway, if we do down there, hit the subscribe button. We're going to have a lot more stuff coming. Thanks, everyone. Y'all have a great day.